Congratulations, beautiful people! Are you thriving? Are you surviving? What's happening your side of the world? Welcome to Awakening with Professor Ez's podcast. In this podcast, we will start to dive in much deeper into the strategies, the energy tools, and practical solutions with a fun, dynamic energy. And I am Professor S, aka Sodia. I am a healer, mentor, coach, awakening facilitator, and also a Reiki practitioner. Okay, beautiful people, let's get on with today's episode. Great rising, beautiful people. Yes, this is your boy Professor S and
the soul designer.
All right, bro, what are we talking about today?
Today's actually a really special episode.
Why is that?
The title is Communication is Key.
Ooh, ladies and gentlemen, communication is key. And this topic that we're having right now, where does it come from?
Well, it came from a really difficult, one day we had. It feels like a week. It
feels like a lifetime. Yeah. Honestly, ladies and gentlemen, it was a lifetime. Even though, as we progress, you'll hear it.
So we had this incident on Sunday where it caused me to entirely my trust with you was broken.
100%.
I felt betrayed, I felt backstabbed, and I felt genuinely this was the end.
Same here. You know what? It's crazy. When the incident happened, I thought I lost you and my whole life was gone.
I was really really tossing with the idea.
I know you.
It was a different scenarios at that time, because we were in person as well, and different scenarios in my mind were just playing. I'm like, we were at one of our usual hangout spots.
Yeah.
And this happened while we were there, and then at time I was like, I'm gonna leave him and just go home. Do I sit here and we try to communicate? Or do I just take him with me and drop him home? And then
oh my God, ladies and gentlemen, when that was happening, I thought I was ready to walk home or get the train, because how the incident came, I didn't expect anything. I didn't expect him to talk to me, and how the betrayal happened, and I thought, all right, I've lost him for good, for life.
You know that where you said you might have to walk home? I think I might have picked that thought up from you. Because my first instinct when that happened was, I'm going to go, I'm going to tell you to come, and I'm going to drop you home. I wouldn't make you take the train no matter what had happened.
True, but you never know in it. Because for me, in that moment, I knew I effed up.
Yeah.
I knew I did royally.
Yeah.
And because of me being a coward in that moment and not really owning my truth, it almost cost me my career, my business, and my brother, my best friend.
Yeah. It's crazy though, isn't it?
All because I miscommunicated. And the thing is, prior to that, I always communicated with you.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, prior to that, you were in proper communication. I think even after that, most of the communication was solid. But I know intuitively, when someone lies to me, I know. Genuinely, I know.
Oh, yeah.
And after following the days after you lied to me, we had a difficult conversation where I thought you weren't being truthful with me.
Mm-hmm.
And then even we had a string of conversation after where I was just like, Chet, I feel like you're hiding something from me. Or you're not being truthful. But then at that time, I just thought it was ego. Because you kept on saying, no, it's all right. There's nothing to hide. Stuff. So I was like, all right, it's my ego. But then after Sunday, I felt like, no, that wasn't my ego. That was my intuition, because I've kind of got this. Because someone lying to me is a massive boundary for me.
Oh, yeah.
And if I can't trust the people that are in my life, I don't want them in my life. No questions asked.
No, and that's understandable.
The fact that I sat there to work things out with you is because I believe so badly in communication.
Ladies and gentlemen, this guy, honestly, he is such a breath of fresh air. He's such a blessing in my life that I don't know where I'll be without you. Honestly, bro, I love you so much.
I love you too, bro.
Bro, honestly, doesn't matter what happens, together we're better.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
And ladies and gentlemen, because of this genius here, we have this. You see this visual right now. This is not happening without the co-creation of you, bro. I love you so much. Bro, even having this discussion on the podcast, as much as a bit, oh my God, I love that we're doing it together, because I know people need to listen to this communication.
Yeah.
Because we're natural researchers.
Oh yeah, and it's a level of vulnerability. Part of me is kind of uncomfortable with it, but I know this is something that needs to be put out there because there's a ton of people. Most of the people they struggle with communication, right?
100%. Even I did. Look what happened. Look how much you had to contest me.
Oh man, we were at it through the entire day, and I know we're going in roundabouts. It's like driving a car on a roundabout that's proper stacked with other cars.
Oh no! Oh my god!
Eventually, we'll find a way out of the roundabout and onto the lane.
100%. And you know what's so funny, ladies and gentlemen? We decided to go out and play golf.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Even the monks of this high, intense betrayal, and we're really trying to communicate. We're really digging deep. And then what happened when we played golf, bro?
Well, I really enjoyed myself.
Yeah.
Which surprisingly, I was like, that was fun for me.
Why was it fun for you?
Part of me was looking for a distraction, and even though we had gone through what we were going through, we'd already discussed quite a bit of it.
True.
And I was still comfortable seeing you. But when I saw you that day, I got pissed off.
I know you got irked.
Just the sight of you reminded me about that conversation yesterday, and I was always like, I went gym the same night as we had that conversation, and I was just connecting dots, putting pieces together, just stringing memories along, and every memory I saw and just reminded myself of what I read and what I discovered, it pissed me off even more.
That's understandable.
And I don't like being angry.
True.
And even in the moments you saw me angry, that I'll probably say is 20 to 30%.
I figured you were holding back. But also, ladies and gentlemen, quick side note. Whenever you're angry in life, it means you're in control of your emotions. You're already saying, all right, enough is enough. I need to take ownership. I'm going to be angry. Great. And then you move from anger to hope.
And that's partially why I stuck around. Because you knew you fucked up.
Oh, 100%. I knew. But even though when you contested me, I was like, fuck. And I was like, oh my God. I'm like, oh my God. Like, I've lost you. Because in that moment, I knew I effed up royally.
Yeah.
I knew I didn't deserve you. I knew, but then part of you, one thing I love about you, you're persistent and say, no, we're going to bloody deal with this.
Yeah, you were like, I need time. And I was like, no, we're going to talk this through until both of us get what we need out of this. And if I wasn't that persistent, we wouldn't
be here right now.
Plus, you saying that you fucked up, that's one of the reasons I stuck around. Comparing to another scenario, you didn't try to throw it back on my face.
No.
You could have said that, you've got unrealistic boundaries. That you've got, there's another person going, all the blame can't be led on me. Straight away, once I confronted you, you knew you fucked up and you vocalized it.
100%, because I knew, hand on my heart, that I knew I did.
Yeah.
And I was a coward before for not saying it to you because energetically you can be overwhelming to me at times, which is, ladies and gentlemen,
Hey, how so?
You know why? You know what it is? Because you have your level of boundaries and this and that. I can feel how intense it is, and I don't like being too intense. I generally don't like being too intense because I like to be more free flowing, be it, hi there and all that.
I don't like being intense.
Yeah, true, but it's your natural.
Naturally, I am.
Yeah, and for me, that sometimes I get intimidated by you. Believe it or not, even with everything I've learned, all the spiritual modalities and everything, humility. Oh my god, I have to be a certain way with you.
Yeah, I mean, you've told me that before, and it sounds surprising every time. Because normally I'm very calm and collected.
True, you are calm and collected.
But I know at that stage when push comes to shove, I'm like a 180. Yeah, like a 180. Completely different.
And like, bro, honestly, it was such an unreal moment.
Yeah.
And we were going out, and ladies and gentlemen, we decided to go watch football as well.
I don't remember watching any football. We just stood there.
Ladies and gentlemen, we were stood there just chatting and talking, going roundabout. And then eventually my masculine energy said, what the F do you want? I bloody told you. No, I'm not happy with the answer. How many times do you say that to me? That you can remember?
Too many. Plus, I knew there was always... Because look, when something happens, you know you fucked up. But that fucking up We're swearing a lot on this episode.
It's fine. We'll please, yeah.
But you fucking up. I knew there was a deeper reason to it. And if I know, hand on heart, if I hadn't gone at you like I did, not only would it have delayed what we went through by don't know how many weeks, you wouldn't have gotten the breakthrough. I wouldn't have been this calmer. And also, it made me realize that I need to be in my power as well.
Yeah.
That people, I don't want, like, I've had enough of people disrespecting me, especially when I've poured my
heart and soul
into them, and then I get thrown back, like, I don't know, dirt and mud. Even when I don't expect people to do anything for me.
Yeah, you got the unconditional love, which I love about you, by the way.
If someone needs me, my mind don't think, do I have the time? Do I have the energy? What am I going to get out of it? Yeah. Someone lied to me, I need you. I'm like, I'm there. When?
Okay, so here's the thing now. And then what happened is, when Suk actually asked me the question, and I got to the bottom cause.
Yeah.
Where I got jealous of the bit of love that you were receiving, and that I had a challenge with brotherhood.
Yeah.
In terms of communication, because it's not my first time this happened to me.
Oh yeah, and I kind of kept pushing with the pattern, didn't it?
Yes, and then you said, "Chet, how many times do you need to go through this until you need?" And that's the moment that we said, "Okay, we've got a small little breakthrough." Oh, ladies and gentlemen, don't get me wrong, it was uncomfortable.
Did you say small little breakthrough?
That was a
massive breakthrough.
We had bigger breakthroughs from that point, don't you think?
I thought it was just one massive breakthrough.
All right. It was a major breakthrough.
It's like when you're watching a TV show and you got episodes.
All right. What I'm going to do, look, let me get this fishing rod. All right. It was a big, massive breakthrough.
Yeah.
All right. It was a big, massive breakthrough, like you said. And then that's when we start to intertwine that the reason that happens to me, and ladies and gentlemen, this is where I'm a researcher. I'm a student. I'm a student first before I'm Professor S.
Yeah.
Is that when I connect with brotherhood, is more a patriarchal vibration of lack of trust.
Yeah.
The fact that it's happened to me more than once. So what happens is, in that moment, I start to understand my patterns of self-sabotaging, like, relationship with brothers.
Yeah.
Crazy, isn't it?
That is mad.
And then when I said that to you, what was that first feeling and thought that came to you?
I knew that was it. That's what I was pushing for.
Was you satisfied with the answer when you heard that?
That and more, but yeah.
Okay, so after having that breakthrough, what happened to you towards me in terms of, like, were you still feeling that anger? Or was it?
I was still angry, but I was like, there we fucking go. That's what I was fucking looking for. I was like, now for more questioning so you can push even deeper.
Yeah, and then we went into the car.
Yeah, we went into the car.
Went to a supermarket. We had to buy some milk. Yeah. And you know what? I thought, knowing you were driving me, I thought you were going to drive me home and say, all right, we're done. We got a breakthrough. That's it.
We didn't get no breakthrough.
You said it was a breakthrough.
No, the breakthrough came while we were in the car. Right?
Yeah, I know. But you're saying that moment of when you're finding that my...
that was outside Tesco, wasn't it?
No,
I was going to drop you home. You know the route from yours, there's traffic on that.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. I thought you were going to drop me home. I thought, oh, we're done. But then I'm so glad, look, ladies and gentlemen, I'm so glad that my beloved brother here took me to buy milk.
Oh yeah, I wasn't done with you. You thought I was done with you.
I thought you were done with me.
No, I was ready to. We were still on that roundabout. And I would have stuck with the conversation as long as it needed.
Yeah. And then afterwards, bro, tell this lot what happened when we were in the car park. And how long was we in the car for?
We were in the car for a while, and eventually we had to go get milk and, one other thing.
Yeah, and one other thing. But it was actually crazy because something that you said to me, we were going through the conversation and really communicating as brothers. I knew I effed up, and part of me didn't deserve your time and energy.
Yeah.
And I put my hands up, ladies and gentlemen. I really effed up, but you know what? I took ownership of it. That's one of the reasons why we continue the conversation.
Yeah. Plus, I respected the fact that straight away you said I fucked up.
Yeah. And, ladies and gentlemen, I don't like conflict generally. So, as you know.
Oh yeah, we were pulled apart.
Yeah.
I love
And
conflict.
that's what I mean. You're born for it.
I've just dealt with it so much that part of it just feels like a natural state.
Yeah.
And I know how to deal with it. For me, it's open communication. That's why I don't like people lying to me, because they're dodgy when they lie.
And
a harsh truth is much sweeter than a prolonged lie.
Yeah.
I can get over a truth quite quick.
That's what I mean. A harsh truth may sting you for a moment, but a sweet lie could turn into poison.
Yeah. Because if you had told me that then, what do you think I would have said?
But we knew why it was said now and not then.
No, but true. But let's humanly think of it. If you had told me back then, what do you think I would have done?
Nothing. Would have been like...
I would have been like, go have fun. I'm at home in bed ill.
Yeah. But then I realised, all right, when we were in the car, what did you say to me before we got out to get the milk? That you said to me, and my responses.
I don't remember.
How was I responding to you?
Oh, okay.
Yes. Oh.
Yeah, I...
Tell it to the camera, honestly. Tell it to the camera.
This guy was mad monotone. And I can be monotone, and he was even more monotone than I was.
Should I do a little
Oh yeah, let's do it. Do a reenactment.
All right. So just say something to me, and then...
How are you?
Okay.
I'm thinking maybe I can channel a bit of that energy back in. How dare you fuck up?
Okay.
I'm just as fucking monotone as you now.
But ladies and gentlemen, in that moment, he was very much where he was on the ascending. He was in his alignment of his emotions. He knew exactly what he had to say. And then, what was the magic question you said to me that changed it?
I compared you to a robot.
Yes. And then what happened?
And then I reminded you of something a mutual friend had said, that in terms of being vulnerable, it's a two-way street.
Mm-hmm.
You can't expect one person to be vulnerable. And I also gave you a nickname. Instead of iRobot, iCysodia.
And then, oh wow. In that moment, ladies and gentlemen, I turned up.
Yeah.
And you said to me, Chet, I don't see your emotions. Where's your emotions?
Yeah. And you were like to me, you're numb. And I was like, I don't need you to fucking feel numb. I need you to show me that, alright, you're saying the right words, but it didn't feel. It felt like I was talking to bloody ChatGPT.
ChatGPT! Alright, ladies and gentlemen, then all of a sudden, I really tapped into it, and I put my heart and soul into it, where, ladies and gentlemen, I was crying, and how apologetic I was, and then it was such an unreal moment.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. That was probably one of the most memorable moments of my life now.
And because of it, that was a
turning point.
That was a turning point.
Yeah.
And ladies and gentlemen, the reason why we're really talking about this story, we don't really need to share this, but the reason why we're sharing this, we truly believe that communication is key.
Oh yeah, I've always stood by that. Like even if someone annoys me, to an extent, I will be open and communicate with you. I might not know what I'm looking for.
Yeah.
But I'm always able to be like, alright, this annoyed me about you, so let's talk about it. I'm open. But it goes two ways. I'm always open when I piss someone off. I'm open to hearing. Even though they don't know what they want, I'm always open to listening, and I'll always give them the space and acknowledgement, and I won't be a robot.
Yeah.
But whether people take that or not, that's on them. That's not on me.
And after, while we're in the supermarket, we actually had a funny moment as well.
Oh yeah. As soon as we went into the supermarket, my mind was like, imagine if we see this person.
And then all of a sudden, we see the person, we're like, we turn back.
We're going towards it. But this person was sideways, and we're like, is that who we think it is? And then we got quite close.
We were 10 feet away.
And then we slowly turned
around.
And then we just walked away.
And then I said to Sil, bro, what are you doing manifesting this in the delicate moment we're in?
I mean, well, one of my weird traits is that no matter how serious the moment is, I'll pepper in a comedic thing.
I know you do. Oh my god, ladies and gentlemen, it's so hilarious.
Even when we were going through the massive brunt of what happened on Sunday, I still called you a vegan donut.
I know. Oh my God, ladies and gentlemen. What happens is when me and Suk have serious conversation, we like to break it with like comedy, but we also know that when we do it, it breaks the tension and the real.
Oh yeah. So I had to really hold myself back.
I know, and I kept looking in your eyes.
Yeah, that was awkward too. And I'm like, you gonna say something?
Ladies and gentlemen, I kid you not, I was looking into her eyes like this, and what was you like? Show them how you were reacting.
Like, I was like this. I look into his eyes for a couple of seconds, hoping he would say something, and then I look away, hoping he would say something. And
I'm still silent, ladies and gentlemen. I'm still silent.
And I'm just like, I'm looking at that, I'm like, chair, you gonna say something? Because it's kind of getting awkward.
And then like...
It was proper awkward. You wouldn't even break eye contact when I wasn't looking at you.
My eye contact was still there, and he was like, I'm looking at this, like, dead face, no words to actually say to my dear brother here. And then I really wanted to say something funny, but I knew, hand on my heart, I can't break the tension.
Oh yeah. Even I wanted to say something funny, but just wouldn't let me. Even when you were like, you said you were numb.
Yeah.
I was about to say what, numb like Linkin Park.
You did eventually.
I did it.
Oh my God, you did. What are you talking about?
I said it eventually.
Yeah.
I didn't say it in that moment.
And then what happened was, we were outside my house.
Yeah.
And then we had a second part of our conversation.
Oh yeah.
Which was really deep, and Suk shared something deep that I'm not going to mention here, and that got me going. I was bawling my eyes, my hand was on my heart, I literally, like, oh wow, I can feel it. Honestly, that moment changed. When you said that to me, there was no way I'm going to allow you to feel that ever again. Ladies and gentlemen, when he said what he said to me, I'm going to say it on camera, and I'm crying right now. I don't care, because it put me in another place of leadership and my brother. There's no way I'm not doing this without you. I'll do whatever I have to do. If I have to touch your feet, do what I have to do, rehabilitate you, I will.
Yeah.
And then, ladies and gentlemen, just be vulnerable with this and allow my emotions to come out. And then afterwards, I love you, bro, honestly.
I love you too.
And afterwards, we went back into back to our house, and then we start talking.
Oh yeah.
Then what happened?
That was also one of the massive breakthroughs. I think I went through like breakthrough after breakthrough.
Ladies and gentlemen, we had over 10 to 15 breakthroughs prior to getting to my house.
We were on like a binge breakthrough.
Yeah. And then what happened? We start chilling, start sitting, and we started to uncover the pieces.
Yeah. And I think I eventually decided that whatever I'm doing with my life, I'm not doing it for anyone, I'm doing it for myself. That I don't need to bend over backwards for anyone.
100%. But then what do you think happened? What happened when we were talking?
Well, for the first time in my life.
So there's a camera.
For the first time in my life, instead of just going from 6s and touching 7s in my spiritual body, I was an 8 in all 4 bodies.
Okay, what did that 8 feel like?
And for those who might not understand the significance of it, 8 for me at that point was my ears were ringing like crazy.
Yeah.
So the light language, which I already knew, it was coming out from there. But I was seeing visions. I was getting guidance straight from my guide, and I knew intuitively that what questions I was asking, I wasn't answering it myself. It was coming in through the guides.
That was crazy.
Yeah, and then I was seeing visions. And,
yeah.
And then eventually I was like, I'm getting these crazy thoughts that I can't really interpret or verbalize. And I was like, it sounds like mumble.
Yeah, then what did I say to you?
You said it's light language.
Yeah,
Then it reminded me, like, yes, there is light language, and that's what it is.
Yeah, and then you then start. So what did you do so the viewers know? How did you translate the light language that sounds gibberish into something that you can?
For me, what I did was, I knew how I felt. I didn't know the words that were coming in, but I knew how it made me feel. And then you had the idea where I can translate those gibberish words into emojis.
Yeah.
And then we were discussing different situations and looking at energies.
Yep.
And then I would tap on my third eye and I will get it to transcribe it into emojis.
Yeah.
And you did a test on me as well where you asked me about specific emojis someone someone sent you, and I got them bang on.
Mm-hmm.
It's a part of a message, isn't it?
Yeah.
And you told me a story which you said you didn't tell anyone.
No.
I saw a vision of that story twice in that 5-minute gap, and I was like, "Ooh, what the hell is this?" But I was like, "Let me ask." Yeah, no, don't ask.
You didn't ask me, and the thing is, ladies and gentlemen, I start going into the story, and usually I don't talk about this story at all.
Yeah, you never shared the story with me, and I was like, because I was kind of worried. I'm like, okay, I see this. What the hell is this? Is it something bad? I was like, let me ask. And then the message I got was, no, don't ask. And then I got the vision twice. And when he told me the story, it was something that happened twice.
Yeah.
And then I was like, okay, that makes sense. That's why I got the vision. And that's why I saw it twice.
But it's crazy though, how you, like, based on our energies and you being at 8 and tapping into your third eye, understanding light codes and languages, turn it into emoji. That was so amazing that I ended up sharing stories of when I was like 5 and 10 and all that. I don't share with many people.
Yeah. I could also feel energies in the room.
Oh yeah.
And I'm like, normally maybe that might overwhelm someone,
mm-hmm.
but I had like literal floodgates open. I was getting guidance, getting vision, I could feel energy, I was getting light language, my ears were getting light messages, and in my mind I was just like, fucking bring it on.
Yeah.
I'm ready for this.
And then afterwards, ladies and gentlemen, we found out everything was orchestrated.
Oh yeah.
For this to happen. We did a year's worth of healing in a space of 24 hours. Because I'm still recovering right now, as you know.
Yeah. It took a massive toll on our body. I was bedridden for the entire day after. I was cold and like proper shivering. And usually I'm not that cold.
Oh my god, you're shivering.
I was proper shivering. I was shivering on the way home, and I had the heating on full blast. I had the seats heated. I was still cold.
Yeah.
Even when I got home, I was like, I'm gonna sit in here for a couple of minutes.
And when we were having that moment as brothers, that's how I knew that he's my brother for life, and that my vulnerability that I showed is the level of love that he needs to receive on a daily basis.
Yeah.
And the reason why we're really sharing this is because you're going to go through a moment where you have to take ownership in your communication. As no matter how hard it is, ladies and gentlemen, you have to take ownership of it and do not fear the unknown. And you know what the funny thing was?
Yeah.
That on that Sunday, I got the Tower card.
Oh yeah, the structure, isn't it?
And literally, the Tower card is, anyone doesn't know on tarot, Tower card is everything that you have, it has to be broken down and to be rebuilt.
Yeah. Also, one of the cards I had was, there was, I don't remember what the card it was, but it spoke about urgency, and then there's a decision that you would have to make, and it needs immediate attention. But there was also a victory card after as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But those 2 cards, or 3 cards, were such a pivotal point to us that I didn't expect from that Sunday to that Monday to be what it was.
Oh no, me neither. Honestly, me neither. And as much as I know that I just want to just go home.
Yeah.
Maybe, I don't know how I was going to take it then. But then I knew in my heart and soul that that's not the right call.
Yeah.
I have to sit there. If I had to be silent and endure your awkward staring at me for 15-20 minutes.
So be it.
Actually, it felt like more than an hour. But no matter how I had to do it, I had to endure it. Okay. So be it, yeah.
Okay. But when we having that conversation at mine, and it was like 1:30, like we started at about 11:45. We didn't stop talking until 1:30.
Yeah.
But that hour and 45 minutes felt like 5.
Oh yeah, it felt like a quick 5 minutes.
But honestly, that was the biggest breakthrough that me and Suk had.
Yeah.
And I'm so grateful that it happened to us because it just strengthens the bond between two brothers, two new souls, two new like entities beginning to build a new empire. I know now that he's gonna be with me for life.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's crazy. It's legitimately crazy of what just really happened to us.
I know.
And I thank my lucky stars and our mentor SJ, God rest her soul, played a part in this.
Yeah.
I truly do, because I think when our guy is looking at us, we're still playing small.
Yeah. But it's renewed our push, isn't it?
Oh my God, like, ladies and gentlemen, if you actually see my brother here, when I first met him, what were you like 3 years ago when I first met you?
I was very quiet. I used to get pushed around a lot. I was overworked, underappreciated. I had almost no friends. Yeah, my life was just chill at home, work, maybe buy a couple of video games a month, and just binge on fast food.
Yeah, and now those who don't know a little bit of your story, where you're at right now?
I've stopped letting people push me around.
Yes.
I'm building a vision, and I'm so fucking committed to it that I'm willing to do what it takes to get the people the help that they need and to make it feel the life that I want.
Okay.
I used to be scared of a 9-to-5 job.
Yeah.
Because I always wanted to be my own boss, always wanted to be an entrepreneur. Mm-hmm. But now I've got a 9-to-5 job. And now it excites me. Because it gives me that stability that I want. Plus it lets me socialize a little bit more.
Yeah.
And it just gets me like that stable paycheck.
Okay, nice.
While also supplementing my income with the work that I already do. So the paycheck is just an added bonus.
Oh, 100%.
Plus I'm shifting my weight. Like anything. I think this past 2 to 3 months I've lost about 26 kg.
Ladies and gentlemen, he lost 26 kg from what he used to be.
Yeah, because I checked on MyFitnessPal and I clocked in at 160. And I'm 134 I checked today.
That's correct. 134?
Yeah, I've dropped a size in clothing.
Oh, crazy.
And that's always something I struggle with. For me, it used to be 4 to 5 weeks. Actually, it used to be 2 to 3 weeks. That I would be consistent on it. But my diet would be just tossed out the window.
Yeah.
And then I'll go back. But I've been committed on this in 3 months. And even though I've taken 2 days off because I've been ill, I'm still so feverish to get back. Before, I'd have a setback.
Yeah.
And that would be the end of my plans. But now, I'm just like, all right, I've got a bit of strength today. Mm-hmm. I'm somewhat well. So I'll go and do a lighter workout. Because I wanna go back into, going into the gym. And plus, my dieting's fine now as well. I implement a fast. I do a bit extreme.
A bit? Oh my God, very extreme.
I mean, some days it's very extreme. Where I literally have an hour window to eat. But that's more because,
you don't like eating?
No, I love eating. It's just too much effort. Trust me, I love different type of food and different cuisine and exploring different type of food, but it's a bit of a pain to eat. I'm a foodie who doesn't like eating.
That's so funny. Ladies and gentlemen.
I mean, I'm nothing but unique, innit?
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, he's very unique and very special.
Yeah.
So, bro, let's slowly wrap this up now, because when people hear this and when you see this when it comes out, when it's meant to come out, you're gonna be like, what? If you could summarize what the biggest aha moment was.
For me, it's to be in my own power.
Yep.
Not let people cross my boundaries. No matter how ridiculous other people think my boundaries are mine.
Yep.
And if you cross them, I don't want them in my life.
Okay.
And also, communication is key. But you can only communicate if the other person is willing.
Yeah. Which, like, I was.
Because if you weren't willing, how would we get that communication through? I could bark at you for the entire day, but if you weren't open to hearing, then what would it have done?
Mm-hmm.
The reason I did it with you because I knew you were open to it.
Yeah.
And I spoke, I talked, I shouted, I swore.
Oh my God. Ladies and gentlemen, when you see this guy talk, shout, scream and all that, I try not to laugh because it's quite, it doesn't do it often.
Oh yeah, it's very rare.
But I respected it. I respected you in that moment. So my biggest learning was that I need to just be voicing my truth, my love. And one thing I started to do with Sukhya, because he needs to feel loved, I got to show him that vulnerability. When I show that vulnerability to you, even before we came on, what happened?
Yeah, we had a bit of a pep talk. And well, originally I didn't quite know how to feel because it's a love that I've never received.
Yeah.
And at that moment I'm like, this is new. What do I do with it? But then I just connected with, all right, it feels loved, it feels new, just accept it for what it is. Like, okay. Then it made me feel, I mean, even I got a little teary-eyed, and I don't usually admit that. And
the thing is, I was crying before because I know my brother needs me to level up. And when I level up like that, what do you think is going to happen to everyone around me?
We level up.
We level up. And one thing I love about what we do with the College of Ascension is we build leadership.
Yeah.
And you're the prime example.
Yeah. We got a tons of others that create followers. We build leaders.
We build leaders.
I never thought I would be a leader. I thought, you know what, I always should align myself with someone else.
Yeah.
Be in the shadow. But you're the first person that I aligned myself with. And then you put me out there as a leader. You encouraged me to lead, to be in charge of my own life. You didn't keep me around so I could rely on you for the tools I needed for my healing. You gave me those tools. And I did the stuff that I needed to do day in, day out.
And the thing is, where that philosophy came from is with my mentor, who God rest his soul, taught me how to be a leader. And I really wanted to transfer those skill sets because I truly believe in empowering empowering people. Because I don't expect people to be in a low vibration and be in it for. You need to be progressing. Progression is key.
Yeah.
That's why I push at you to go in a deep end, learn it, and become the leader that I know that you are.
Yeah. It's essentially, it's like going to the gym. If you apply those every day, you will see the result over months and months. But if you're going to the gym and then you're just telling yourself, it's not going to work, and then going back home and eating junk, it's not going to work.
Yeah, exactly. And you have to apply those principles in your life, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
And before we actually wrap up, all I would say to you right now is any conflict that you have, start communicating out. Whether it's through a mirror, whether it's a natural person, get the communication out. Take ownership. The difference between knowing something and owning it is when you own it, no one can tell you that you can or can't do.
Yeah, and even if people say throw it back at you, you would have done your job. You've taken ownership of how you feel, and then
100%.
It's not your
100%.
It's not how you feel. It's how someone has made you feel, and how you feel within that.
Yeah.
And communicate it, regardless of what the other person says.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this is Professor S and
the Soul Designer,
and we're signing off on this special episode. And when you do listen to it, please give us a heart emoji, some love. And we truly want you to become a leader in who you are. And I truly believe in the vision. And I truly believe that us being seen right now, this could be you in your destiny.
Yeah.
Because I want to build leaders, not for today, tomorrow, but for the future.
Yeah, we're building leaders.
We're going to build...
That's the whole purpose of
leadership is key to this.
Yeah.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we shall catch you on the next episode. Thank you for joining myself and Sukhdev on the podcast. It's been absolutely our pleasure to really serve your souls and really give you the insights of how you can cultivate more fun, dynamic energy and receive things with ease and grace. Also, please leave a review down below on Trustpilot of how you felt with it, and your words of wisdom will help another soul with creating more love and wisdom. And also, if you're looking to gain more clarity, blast through your limit beliefs, book a session with myself where we dive in much deeper in terms of the energy tools, the mindset, and the strategies to really live your best life and really cultivate who you truly meant to become. This is Professor signing off. Keep rising your greatness, keep aligning your highest, and let's go smash it. Come on, son!